And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back again to the kitchen for our third cookie that we are making today. Today we are doing our mint chocolate cutout cookies. And this is going to be part one of the recipe where I'm going to give you guys the recipe, show you how we're going to make them, the dough and everything and all this, how we made the dough. And we'll roll them out, bake them. We'll give you all that timing and everything today. The next video is where we're going to show you how we make the icing for our cookies. We'll food color them and we'll, decorate them and everything. But to begin with, we started with our cookie dough. And I might as well just go ahead and read it off really quick to you guys. This is just a basic sugar cookie dough. Works really great. It doesn't expand a lot. So you'll be able to, cut them out and they'll hold their shape really nice. The basic recipe for this one is we have 3 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup or 2 sticks. I believe it's 2 sticks. You might have to look on your thing. I believe it's 2, but 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now what we did was like we said with the last recipe, our chocolate chip cookie ones, you want to cream the butter, sugar, salt, all that until you get it nice and aerated and everything. And then you start adding in all your other ingredients, your baking powder, your flour, like that. The one thing that I did differently this year is instead of just a plain sugar cookie, I ended up taking some mint chocolate wafer cookies, and I grind those up into a powder. Ended up putting that into my dough, mixing it really well. And then after you get the dough mixed, as you can see right here, we have some of it still here that we're working with, but you want to wrap it tight in plastic wrap and throw it in the refrigerator at least for about an hour, but I find it works better if you chill this one at least overnight. So then what I did was after that was all chilled and everything, I broke off half of it and I'm working on my cutting board here. So we took a hunk of the dough, we got some flour put down, and we're using a wooden rolling pin here. We're just going to rub it with some of the flour. And I end up just like rolling this out. What I do is roll it out to about so long, like you can see from here to here. Then I turn it so it doesn't stick to the board. And roll it out this way. Now with this one, they will puff a little bit because of the chocolate and that's in here. So you want to roll this not too thin, but you want to roll it thin enough, and I'll show you what the cookie looks like on the sheet. But you want to roll it thin enough to where it'll keep its shape. So I just had the light off here so I can show you what it looked like. But let me turn this light back on because I know it creates a glare. But we have our Christmas cookie cutters here, and this year we're running a snowman. We're doing a Christmas tree, a candy cane, and a star. And these are just some of the basic ones that I have, but I'll just end up showing you all. So then what you're going to do is you're going to just cut it out and try to get it as close as you can to the existing cutout, or the one that you cut out, so you get the most that you can out of your dough here. And we'll just cut these out real quick. And again with this one too, since they don't spread a lot, I don't like really bunch them close together, but I set them up on my sheet pan. Same way that I did my chocolate chip ones. I set them up 4x3. So after we get them cut, you got, once again, we got our half sheet pan here, and I set them out like I say, 4 wide, 3 down. With this one though, you want to make sure you lightly grease the pan. I have a pan coating spray, a baking coating spray. So I just end up just greasing it real lightly. And then we'll just put them onto the pan here. Now the snowmen and all that, they're a little bit bigger, so we don't get exactly 4 by 3. And depending on, like I say, which ones we're using, we might get a 4 by 3. You might get like 2 rows of 8 only. But anyways, you want to just, leave a little bit of room in between them. And I'll just run this batch, but I'll come up close here so you can see. You can see the thickness, like right about here. It's probably about like that thick or so. Like I say, you don't want to roll it real thin that it's not going to hold its shape, but you don't want to like have like a real thick cookie. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pop these in the oven, and we're going to pop them in for 8 minutes. I found 8 minutes is a really nice timing. Gets them nice and crisp, but not overcooks them. If you want like a lighter cookie or softer cookie, you could probably do it for about 5 minutes. But like I say, I found that 8 minutes is a good amount of time for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more of this dough rolled out and get my next ones prepared. And then I'll show you what the next ones look like. And as you're working too, don't forget, as you're working with this dough, that if the dough starts to get like soft or something, it's kind of getting like real liquidy, because I can feel it with this one that's been sitting out under the lights here. But if you notice that, just go ahead and while you're doing your round of cookies there, pop it back into the refrigerator and keep it chilled. But like I say, we'll get some flour on this one. We'll get the next batch rolled out, and I'll come right back and show you the next batch of those cookies. Maybe we'll end up doing some of the snowmen and some of the candy canes. And then after I get this done, I'll show you at the end what they look like, all baked and everything. So, like I say, join me in a couple more minutes, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're back. We got basically a minute left on our, was it the Christmas trees we did? Yeah, we got about a minute left on the Christmas trees. But I just wanted to show you, I'm going to turn the light off again. I don't think you can really see it, but we rolled out our dough, once again, to about thin as possible, just to hold the shape. And now the next one we have now is we have our candy canes. The candy cane ones now that I've noticed is that like as this dough is relaxing and the dough starts to get soft, you're gonna mess up your cookies. So what I did was I removed a lot of the excess of dough, and yeah, see, this is already starting to stick. But remove the excess of dough, and we'll just put like a little bit of flour when we do this. Put a little bit of flour on this spatula, and then I'm just going to get underneath it and pull them right out, and they're all ready to go. So let me get these ones. I'll show you guys what these ones look like out of the oven. And like I say, this is about 8 minutes. 8 minutes time. You can do them a lot less. You can do them about 5 minutes, and But anyways, as you can see, that's how they come out. They don't spread a lot. They don't puff a lot. They're a really nice Christmas cookie to use. So what I do is now, with the last one, if you remember, if you saw the chocolate chip cookie video, I told you to, let those cookies rest for like a minute or two, because you try to, dig into them with your spatula, you're gonna, wreck those ones. These ones here, since the dough is a little bit, stiffer because it's made for cutouts, this one you really don't have to wait. So I'm going to go ahead and just get these off, these Christmas trees off. And again, I'm putting them on a brown paper bag I cut open, because that's what my mom used to do. And like I say, that's how she made Christmas cookies. And I find that like any of the grease that's left on the tray, you can, it'll actually absorb it and everything. So let me just spray this. I'll just step off here for a second. Spray this with my pan coating. All right. So we'll get our next ones here going. And like I say, with these, I'm going to put a little bit of flour on here. And then I'm going to lay out my candy canes. And like I say, if you got like a stiffer design, like the Christmas tree was, the star, the candy cane, or not the candy cane, I mean the star, the Christmas tree, or the snowman, those ones will hold up a lot better for you, because you got a little bit more surface tension to work with the cookie. But when it comes to these candy cane ones, you got a real like thin base and then the turnaround point. See, and if you don't put the flour on here, it's gonna just stick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see, can I lift them up? Yeah, I got this one. That's perfect. That's beautiful. But like I say, this dough is getting warm, so I just end up putting flour on here and then get the underneath it. And in all honesty, what I would do is if you're using this recipe and you decide to do a candy cane, what I would say to do is do the candy cane one first while it's cold, or keep your dough well chilled, because as you're doing this, like I say, as this dough starts to relax and warm up, it becomes real sloppy and everything. But anyways, that's what we're gonna do. So let me show you guys what the final cookies look like once we have them all said and done. So as you can see, if you did them early enough, that's what the candy cane one looks like. We have our Christmas tree one here, and our star one. And our final one is our snowman, which these I'm really looking forward to decorating on the next video to make the icing for them and make them look really nice. So that is part one of our Christmas cookies, the cutout version. So if you're new to the channel, you've been watching this and you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you guys could, like I say, please give these videos a thumb up, because it really helps out the video and it also helps out my channel. So until the next video, part two, which will be on how to decorate them, I will see you guys then. So take care, everyone, and have a great holiday season. And like I say, we'll see you next time right here on the Walski Group. Take care, everyone.